Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to our Latvian homestead and back into the kitchen for another recipe video. Today I'm going to be making plovs, or plovs as it is in Latvian. Latvian alphabet, the V is a very soft, hardly pronounced sound, but in English obviously V is a sharper sound, but it's plovs, P-L-O-V-S. It's a recipe which probably travelled from Asia through Russia and into Latvia. I don't think, strictly speaking, it's Latvian, but most people would recognise it now as a Latvian dish. I've seen recipes, Uzbekistani plovs and home plovs, Maya's plovs, and you know, there's various different variants. Ours recipe is pretty authentic. We don't really travel too far off the main road, as it were. In terms of, actually, and I call it Latvian biryani because it's a rice dish which you put into, well, we use a slow cooker, but or a crock pot if you're American, and you slowly cook the rice with the meat and the other ingredients, which I'll go through in a minute, and then it makes this sort of lovely rice dish that you can eat later. So for ease, we're using a slow cooker, like I just said. Just makes the whole process a lot easier, and you basically do what you need to do with the ingredients, which I'll take you through in a minute, and then you bung it all in a slow cooker, turn it on, and then leave it to cook itself slowly. So what have we got? We've got pork. This is our own home-raised pork, and we've got some carrots. They're already been grated, but you can, chop it finely as well. We just happen to have just done our carrot harvest from our field, so we have a load of carrots. The small ones we grate up, and then we use them in salads, and we'll preserve them, whatever. So literally 2 or 3 days ago we did the carrot harvest, so we've got lots of grated carrot ready. So we just saved that for this. We've got some peppers. Again, all the stuff here is, apart from the rice and the herbs, everything's grown here on our homestead. So we've got some small orange peppers ready. We've got some tomatoes. We've got some preserved tomato sauce, which we did earlier, about 6-8 weeks ago. About 6 weeks ago, when the tomatoes first sort of became ready. So we store loads of tomato sauce to use over winter. Got 3 onions. This is kind of minimum amount of onion, but I mean, with a lot of this stuff, it's all measured by eye. There's no exact quantities. You put in what you've got and how much you want. And if you don't like peppers, then don't put peppers in. It's difficult to do it without tomatoes, but so minimum 3 sort of decent sized onions, which we'll slice. Some garlic, just 1 clove of garlic, not very heavy on the garlic. Like I say, rice, and then salt and pepper. And then to give it, this is fairly authentic, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, is turmeric and cumin. And I think that's the, obviously, influence from Asia as the dish has travelled across. And it brings it closer. You can imagine it as that kind of, for those of you familiar with biryani, which is an Indian curry dish, exactly the same as plovs, but with slightly different spices. And that gives it that kind of, gives it a nice colour and a slightly deeper flavour. So they're all the main ingredients. What we're going to do is, we won't use all of this. We've defrosted this and we'll use it over a couple of days. In Latvian, this cut is called carbonade. It's the loin of the pork. You really need some meat with some fat on. So we've got a lot of fat on there, and then we'll probably use half, which would be about 500-600 grams, something like that. We'll chop that up into cubes, fry it, and bung it in with a slow cooker and chop everything else. Grate the garlic, throw it all in, and leave the slow cooker to do its thing, really, with obviously a load of water. Right, so let's get on, chop this up, chop everything else up, and get going.